It's Caroline Stevens seeking the truth. We're coming up to midday. Let's talk about the NHS, the foods we eat, and the secret covenant. Now, I have covered the secret covenant on a couple of occasions, but this monologue is going to be a little bit different. I've got the full covenant, and then I'm going to link it to what's going on today. The secret covenant, you see, is a document. It's been circulating since 2002 on the web, still with its author unknown. Many find it eerie and evil. It has been attributed to the secret covenant of a secret society known as the Order of the Illuminati, issued under the supreme authority of the Bograh. I had to look that one up. Bograh. I won't explain it here, because when you realise what the definition means, you'll realise why I'm not going to discuss it. The supreme authority of the Bograh, and sanctioned by the Rothschild dynasty in Europe and the Rockefeller dynasty in the USA. Rothschild and Rockefeller. But I'm not going to get banned. So no matter who first released this document, the spirit behind it unveils the true agenda of the fallen sons of God on Mount Hermon. And I'm going to refer you to Genesis 6:11, and it goes up to Deuteronomy 32 in the Bible. Their destruction is sure, as written in Psalm 82, 1-8. God has taken his place in the divine council. In the midst of the gods, he holds judgment. How long will you judge unjustly and show partiality to the wicked? Give justice to the weak and fatherless. Maintain the right of the afflicted and the destitute. Rescue the weak and the needy. Deliver them from the hand of the wicked. They have neither knowledge nor understanding. They walk about in darkness. All the foundations of the earth are shaken. We are to continue to unveil them and expose their reality. The call is to usher in as many of humanity behaving as orphans back to our Father God, that none shall perish. So, with that in mind, here we go on to the secret covenant. An illusion it will be, so large, so vast, it will escape their perception. Those who will see it will be thought of as insane. We will create separate fronts to prevent them from seeing the connection between us. We will behave as if we are not connected to keep the illusion alive. Our goal will be accomplished one drop at a time, so as to never bring a suspicion upon ourselves. This will also prevent them from seeing the changes as they occur. We will always stand above the relative field of their experience, for we know the secrets of the absolute. We, this is the elites, we will work together always and will remain bound by blood and secrecy. Death will come to he who speaks. We will keep their lifespan short and their minds weak while pretending to do the opposite. We will use our knowledge of science and technology in subtle ways, so they will never see what is happening. We will use soft metals, aging accelerators, and sedatives in food and water also in the air. They will be blanketed by poisons everywhere they turn. The soft metals will cause them to lose their minds. Remember dementia? We will promise to find a cure from our many fronts, yet we will feed them more poison. The poisons will be absorbed through their skin and mouths. They will destroy their minds and reproductive systems. From all this, their children will be born dead, and we will conceal this information. The poisons will be hidden in everything that surrounds them, in what they drink, eat, breathe, and wear. Please do share this video because it could get taken down. We must be ingenious in dispensing those poisons, for they can see far. We will teach them that the poisons are good, with fun images and musical tones. Those who look up to will help. We will enlist them to push our poisons. So this is the Illuminati. They will see our products being used in film and will grow accustomed to them and will never know their true effect. When they give birth, we will inject poisons into the blood of their children and convince them it's for their help. We will start early on when their minds are young. We will target their children with what children love most, sweet things. When their teeth decay, we will fill them with metals that will kill their mind and steal their future. When their ability to learn has been affected, we will create medicine that will make them sicker and cause other diseases, for which we will create yet more medicine. We will render them docile and weak before us by our power. They will grow depressed, slow and obese, and when they come to us for help, we will give them more poison. We will focus their attention towards money and material goods, so they may never connect with their inner self. We will distract them with fornication, external pleasures and games, so they may never be one with the oneness of it all. Their minds will belong to us, and they will do as we say. If they refuse, we shall find ways to implement mind-altering technology into their lives. We will use fear as our weapon. We will establish their governments and establish the opposites within. This is an important point. The reds and the blue teams are two sides of the same coin. They tell us this. We will own both sides. We will always hide our objective, but carry out our plan. They will perform the labour for us, and we shall prosper from their toil. Our families will never mix with theirs. Our blood must be pure always, for it is the way. We will make them kill each other when it suits us. How poignant, November 2020. We will keep them separated from the oneness by dogma and religion. We will control all aspects of their lives and tell them what to think and how. Hence we have no free speech. Because if you put your head above the parapet, it's you that's the problem, not society. We will guide them kindly and gently, letting them think they are guiding themselves. We will foment animosity between them through our factions. The blues against the reds, remember? When a light shall shine among them, we will extinguish it by ridicule or death, whichever suits us best, or to remove their YouTube channel. Doesn't actually say that, but you know what I mean. We will make them rip each other's hearts apart and kill their own children. Yep. We will accomplish this by using hate as our ally, anger as our friend. The hate will blind them totally, and never shall they see that from their conflicts we emerge as their rulers. They will be too busy killing each other. They will bathe in their own blood and kill their neighbours for as long as we see fit. We will benefit greatly from this, for they will not see us, for they cannot see us. We will continue to prosper from their wars and their deaths. Yes, these people continually hide. We shall repeat this over and over until our ultimate goal is accomplished. We will continue to make them live in fear and anger through images and sounds. We will use all the tools we have to accomplish this. The tools will be provided by their labour. We will make them hate themselves and their neighbours. We will always hide the divine truth from them, that we are all one. This they must never know. They must never know that colour is an illusion. They must always think they are not equal. Drop by drop, drop by drop, we will advance our goal. We will take over their land, resources and wealth to exercise total control over them. We will deceive them into accepting laws that will steal the little freedom they will have. So why do we keep going back to the courts for more laws? We will establish a money system that will imprison them forever, keeping them and their children in debt. Remember, we have a monetary system, fiat currency. It has no backing whatsoever. When they shall band together, we shall accuse them of crimes and present a different story to the world, for we shall own all the media. Not just the BBC, all the media. Alternative media too. But the people don't realise that, do they? Alternative to what? Dearie me. We will use our media to control the flow of information and their sentiment in our favour. When they shall rise up against us, we will crush them like insects, for they are less than that. They will be helpless to do anything, for they will have no weapons. We will recruit some of their own to carry out our plans. We will promise them eternal life, but eternal life they will never have, for they are not one of us. Remember, the recruits will be called initiates and will be indoctrinated to believe false rites of passage to higher realms. Freemasons, perhaps? Members of these groups will think they are one with us, never knowing the truth. They must never learn this truth, for they will turn against us. For their work they will be rewarded with earthly things and great titles. Give them an MBE, an OBE, but never will they become immortal and join us. Never will they receive the light and travel the stars. They will never reach the higher realms, for the killing of their own kind will prevent passage to the realm of enlightenment. This they will never know. The truth will be hidden in their face, so close they will not be able to focus on it until it's too late. Oh yes, so grand the illusion of freedom will be that they will never know they are our slaves. When all is in place, the reality we will have created for them will actually own them. This reality will be their prison, the matrix. They will live in self-delusion. When our goal is accomplished, a new era of domination will begin. Their minds will be bound by their beliefs, the beliefs we have established from time immemorial. See, they've set up all the systems, and they want you to fit inside a box. But if they ever find out that they are our equal, we shall perish then. This they must never know. If they ever find that out altogether, they can vanquish us. They will take action. Yes, because if we come together in the name of our Creator, we can do this. And it isn't going to need the 99%. So we must not accept defeat. They must never ever find out what we have done. For if they do, we shall have no place to run. For it will be easy to see who we are once the veil has fallen. Our actions will have revealed who we are, and they will hunt us down, and no person shall give us shelter. This is the reason why they hide behind facades. They hide behind other people. They blame other people. This is a secret covenant by which we shall live the rest of our present and future lives, for this reality will transcend many generations and lifespans. This covenant is sealed by blood, our blood. We, the ones who from heaven to earth came. This covenant must never ever be known to exist. It must never ever be written of. Or for if it is, the consciousness it will spawn will release the fury of the prime Creator upon us. And we shall be cast to the depths from whence we came and remain there until the end time of infinity itself. The dark side knows the clock is ticking. Now, I want to finish off with a statement made by a friend of mine about the NHS, which neatly fits with the Secret Covenant and what they've been doing to us. You see, people thought that the NHS was a good thing when it was set up in 1948, but it was actually set up for all the wrong reasons. And I did a video, must be April of this year, about cancer, the Cancer Act and the NHS. So let's have a revisit. So as my friend says, Peter, if you're watching, or Chris, if you prefer to be called Chris today, when the NHS was set up in 1948, cheap, proven natural remedies were dumped. And a smear campaign began to discredit natural medicine. Centuries of literature and knowledge were deliberately destroyed whilst unproven, expensive pharmaceutical mafia medicine was promoted. Like they have these book burning ceremonies in the past, a bit like what they did to the original Bible. Well-meaning government ministers and the public were duped. The NHS was and continues to be yet another example of social engineering. It survives on hype and PR. Don't we know it now? And has become a false icon that's worshipped to a point where criticism of what it's really about is now heresy. I believe, this is Chris, I believe in a health service that's there for everyone and not there for profit. Germany set up a natural health service in the 1930s. It was known as the People's the People's Medicine. Because it used natural remedies, it was cheap and it worked. The health of the nation began to rapidly improve, especially as the government put emphasis on physical fitness and optimism. During World War II, German doctors were horrified by the bad state of health of British prisoner of war inmates. Initially, they thought the war would be a walkover when they saw British prisoner of war inmates with ailments, often due to childhood malnutrition, that had virtually been eradicated in Germany. It was realized during the war how unfit conscripts were. They had to continuously lower the threshold to a point where if you could stand unaided, you were probably fit enough to go into the army. Another reason for the NHS was to ensure Britain had enough cannon fodder fit enough to fight in future wars. Over the years, the decline in the NHS runs almost parallel with the decline in numbers of military personnel in the forces. After World War II, the German health service went the same way as the NHS, and as happened in the UK, the health of the nation deteriorated and continues to do so, until health planners and the rest of the pharmaceutical brainwashed zombies get it into their heads that the pharmaceutical mafia are there for profit, not health. The more it becomes worse and worse, and the NHS becomes more expensive as a result. So those are Peter's comments. But the NHS was devised in 1948 for control. It was not for the good of our health. It did allow a greater opportunity for Big Pharma to enter our lives. And that's the truth. It was set up at the same time as the World Health Organization. Now, to finish off with, I've been doing a little bit of research of something that I've been aware of for a while, but it's really, really hard to get written transcripts of it on the internet. I've been referred to a website which, a bit like my videos, it says on the computer it's an insecure access. You can't use it, basically. So this is what, you see, these are the people in charge of our media. That includes the alternative media as well. Okay. So that's why it's a little bit sketchy, but there's something that was set up. There was this commission set up after World War II also. So this is what I'm saying. It's multiple agendas or agendae. And there was something called the Codex Alimentarius Commission. And this has been administered primarily by the World Health Organization. Oops. That was set up at the same time as the NHS. And they fund Codex on behalf of the United Nations. In 1962, it was decided that Codex worked towards some sort of global commission, setting various committees to harmonise around the world. So, take for example, access to nutrients. Under common law, anything not forbidden is allowed. Codex, on the other hand, is based on the Napoleonic Code. What's not permitted is forbidden. In 1994, Codex defined nutrients as toxins. Yes, deadly toxins. So they arranged a risk assessment. If nutrients had any impact on the people, and so they banned nutrients. Furthermore, under Codex, every cow on the planet must be treated with Monsanto's bovine hormone. All food must be irradiated unless eaten raw locally. And we hear a lot about, with Brexit, about the World Trade Organization. Well, Liam Fox tried to oversee the World Trade Organization with Boris Johnson's blessing. Well, the World Trade Organization is hooked into this codex, so there's no escaping. And when two countries go into a dispute, if one country is abiding by the Napoleonic Code, the Codex system, which has banned nutrients, classed them as toxins, then that country automatically wins. So if you think that courts are for the people, the courts are run by the people I'm talking about. So what is the point of complaining in the court system? These are the people under the UN Agenda 21 and UN Agenda 2030 using Codex and using other means and ways. It is about the eradication of the population. I've got another show to prepare for. I've got some absolutely explosive information. But in the meantime, please do share this video. And I will ask a friend of mine I can see he's watching all at the minute. As soon as I press finish and share, he will back this up on a YouTube link. And it's just a YouTube link that just floats around, so it's very difficult to find. And then if we can get this whizzed around, this is all part of a concerted plan. The foods we eat, anything basically, they want to be in charge of anything that gets put in our mouths. And we won't even discuss fluoride today. Okay, because the lady who's talking about Codex, the fluoride side, that is to, as they say, to dumb down, to make people compliant. That is why fluoride was added to our water supply. Okay, Caroline Stevens Seeking the Truth. It's better to be kissed. No, better to be slapped in the face with the truth than kissed by a lie. Take care. Have a great Sunday. Please do share. Goodbye for now.